existing with CTO wires. The guider is the key to the log of all PCI, and sometimes it is life saving in certain situation. And guide wire may be classified in different ways regarding according to the relation characteristic. It may be the simple, complex relation in STEMI and dissectional black side branch wiring or side branch. There is distant statutory crossing, and depending on the tortuosity of vessel, and most commonly we use classify the guide wire as top, balance, or intermediate and steep wire depending on the tip load. We know if the tip load is less than 0.5 gram, it is the soft wire. The one is the intermediate wire, and tip load is more than 1 gram, it is called the most steep wire. And that depends on how much the guide wire weight is required to bend the distal 1 millimeter of the. If the tip load is less than 0.5 gram guide wire, so 0.5 to 1, it is most of the CTO wire are either steep or intermediate wire, and some of the wire that is not actually the soft wire but polymer jacket wire also included in the CTO wire is required. So this is the common wire that we use. Usually these are the wire that is guide as a workhorse. So first 3, then the filter FC or filter XT, pilot on 50 on actually the and 200 choice, whisper, jacket or and miracle series, and including the conquest. All these are common wire that in the CTO wire. Usually these are the wire that is first before going to the CTO wire, we should just filter. Look at the component of the guide wire, especially the shaft and distal part. Both have a specific design component that should know. Each wire has got the central core of either stainless steel or nitinol. There may be coil spring and outer coating. That may be the hydrophilic, that may be the hydrophobic, and sometimes polymer jacket also. Guide wire. So this is the component of a wire as a whole, design and component. And these are 3 things that is important. Wire has spring coil, and some wire has got lubricating cover, and there is central core that is either stainless steel or nitinol. And more recent wire that are the Sion and the Gaia have got the complex central core complex, so that is very important for stock availability. So no coating. Most of the wire is coating. The Dutta wire that is stainless steel and no coating is there. Recent wire that are hydrophobic silicone coating and the Gaia. This has a good feedback, and Conquest is hydrophilic coating. But distal tip 1 millimeter is hydrophobic. So it is gives some form of tactile feedback, but not like that of the Miracle. And all the workhorse that we use are hydrophilic coating, but not polymer jacket. So hydrophilic and polymer jacket are 2 different. And Conquest is hydrophilic coating. So these are the charts usually that is hydrophobic. So like to escape. This is the milestone of CTO wire. If it go 1995 first Miracle. Polymer jacket wire was the choice PD. Choice actually the tube, but not polymer is the choice. And 1997 we got the Miracle. 98 we got the Conquest, and after 10 years the milestone of CTO other polymer jacket, especially the filter pilot was discovered in 2013. Choice actually the Gaia family came. Plus ice is the choice. So 97 Miracle, and after 1 year the Conquest. And there are some characteristic that Conquest and 10 different from the Conquest. So these are the 3 almost all are similar. Like this one is the Miracle. This is the blunt tip that is not tapered. On the other hand, so the Conquest are tapered. Miracle, and there is later 1 year coating over here. That is the characteristic covering that make it smooth, easily penetrable. But there is no coating here. Only spring coil is there. And the Conquest, that is the cross ID, 100, 200 or blind, all are in between these two. This is the tapered tip, but there is no covering here. There is a coating. So these are the Miracle. That is the 3, 4.5, 6, and 12. These are the Conquest. But Conquest is Convenja. Then next generation is Convenja Pro. Then 12 and 820. 820 means tip is tapered with 0.009 inch, and 20 is the tip weight that is most penetrable. 3, 4. This is the cross IT and 12. These are the conquest. Now came after 10 years, about 2017 to 2006, polymer jacket with the concept of slide that includes the filter, FC, and XT came in after 2 years. And XTA and R, that is the difference between the XTA and R in 2013, that is modified. And Gaia came the same year. 10 years. So this is the sliding concept. 6 polymer jacket with the concept of slide that includes the. So these are the FC polymer jacket wire, pilot, fielder, whisper, and XT choice PT, Sion, black, fighter, and bandit. You see, tapered wire are the fielder, that is modified. XT, and Gaia came in fighter and bandit. These are the. So this is the tapered, and all others are non-tapered. So the basic difference between the XTR and XTA. XTR is for retrograde. It has got more durability, control, and more trackability than the filter XTA. And XT only, that is the classic one, is in between the XTR and XTA, and all others are non-tapered. So concept of XTR and sliding and concept of penetration now come to the concept of penetration and flexibility in 2013 with the invention of Gaia. That is the Gaia only, that is the 2 and 3, that is the Gaia first, second, and third, and Gaia next. Gaia next is more sophisticated with complex code technology. Sliding and most of the Gaia are tip 1 millimeter is pre-shaped, penetration and flexibility 2013. Pre-shaped way it is available. That is, and this is the basic difference between the Gaia and the Gaia converger. If you see the Gaia next, there is only single stainless steel in case of converger, but complex code in the most of the Gaia tip 1 millimeter is Gaia series, and tip is like ball shape, and here the tip is more conical, so more penetrability. And this is the difference. This is the single stand converger. X-stand coil is the difference between the Gaia, that is the classic on, and Gaia next in case of converger. But the Gaia classic on, there is on act on code, but there is no X-stand coil. And tip is like ball shape, and here the tip is more conical, so more. So if you compare the Gaia with the Conquest Pro, even the Gaia next 3 has got 6 gram tip, but Gaia's penetration power is higher than the Conquest Pro 12. In the Gaia Classic one, there is on basic difference between the Gaia and converger. If there is Gaia, that is not flexible. That is very much flexible. So when it hit any calcium, that will flex and take the curve. Even when it takes the curve and multiple curve, the tip is very much controllable from outside because of its core complexity. So it is very much controllable than the converger. But converger is other advantage. It can penetrate the calcium and take the curve. Through any calcium, even it can penetrate the adventitia. The Gaia has got that advantage. The chance of perforation is less likely, less controllable, and feedback is more better with the Gaia series than the converger. So this is the mechanism why Gaia is more even after several and bend. You may have any oil control to the tip of the Gaia. That is not feasible with the converger. The chance of perforation is less likely. So approach to penetration of the proximal cap. If there is a micro channel, polymer jacket is the best on, and if there is intermediate why Gaia is more even after several miracle conquest or pilot can be used with the hard cap conquest, that is Pro 12 or Pro 20 by 80 or Hornet 14 so by 8 is the choice of proximal cap. If there so this is one of the case. Polymer jacket is the best on, and if there is this is the CTO. So you see there is micro channel. Possibly this is the pilot can be used or on 50 cap conquest, and that easily penetrate the lesion by 80 or Hornet 14. And definitively what the previous speaker told, that dual injection is very much useful. And this is the other case. This was very much so. You see CTO and calcified. You see there is visible calcium is there. Initially tried with polymer jacket wires, but that fails ultimately. Conquest 12 and definitively what the previous penetrate the lesion. So when the distal vessel is visualized, that is the distal part is easily visualized. You can take the CTO and Conquest Pro, Conquest Pro 12 by 8 there. But when distal vessel is not visualized, that fails, and then better to take the polymer jacket wire, penetrate the lesion. So when the distal, with this I like to thank, vessel is visualized, that is the distal part is easily visualized.
Thank you very much for a very brief demonstration of different wires used in integrated CTO.
Not visualized, then better to take
any
the
question?
polymer jacket wire.
May I now request our panel of expert
With
to say
this,
their experience of how they use their wire. Okay, please. Thank you very much
when you
for a
decide
very
to
brief
change,
demonstration.
yes,
that's
Different
a
wires
crucial
used
point.
in integrated CTO.
so in integrate usual
any question?
wire escalation, we usually start
May I now
with
request our panel of expert
micro catheter.
to say
All
their
the
experience
CTO micro
how they
catheter is a
use their
great
wire.
tool. Whether
Please.
you use the
When
whatever
you
the
decide
micro
to
catheter
change
use,
wire,
then
yes,
work
that
on
is-
wires is the
that's
first
a
wire.
crucial point.
At least to get the sensation of the lesion, integrate to get a feedback and proving I usually direction of start with any micro channel catheter. Then I usually use to polymer jacket. Pilot is pilot or whisper or filter colors. More less similar characteristics, except pilot filter XT, that is a thinner to get a feedback and probing. So with micro catheter then pilot, and if I think that the micro channel is there, then I feel that XT is the choice of jack, and distal choice of wire. And if the distal feeling is good, and there is short segment like less than 20, thinner, and I feel the calcium is there either visible or by pilots of the wire. If I think that then Contenja or Gaia is the that depends on the operator. In our lab, Gaia is nowadays used more frequently, but before that, Conquest was the short segment, like less than 20, more commonly used. And I feel the calcium is there, either visible or by feelings of the wire. Then Contenja or Gaia, any one of that depends on the operator. In our lab, Gaia is so nowadays more frequently, but when the polymer jacket wire fails, if you see there is bending or that is going to the subintima, you are not polymer jacket wire. It is very much difficult to control the tip. You will see when that you rotate and manipulate, it will go by its own way. Fails. Sometimes it may go subintimally. If you are not outward, polymer then it is difficult to track the tip. It is difficult to control the tip. And if you see that distally you have a good landing zone, sometimes it may go short segment, then outward to actually to penetrate the lesion, the tip, then difficult to control the tip. Miracle very rarely we use that. Usually we landing zone to the Gaia 2, Gaia second or Gaia third, or Conquest actually 12 penetrate the lesion. Rarely Conquest Pro 12 by 8. Miracle very rarely we use. Escalation. Go to the Gaia 2, Gaia second or Gaia third.
Dr. Imad, sir, how you
12
escalate your, what's your strategy?
Escalation.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm starting with Gaia 1.
Dr. Imad, sir, how you
To
escalate
create
your,
micro
what's
channel,
your strategy?
creating my channel. If I'm not succeeding, I'm escalating. I'm starting with Gaia 1. If Gaia is not going, I'll go for create micro channel escalation. That means if I'm not succeeding, I'm escalating with 12 with Gaia. That is in hard. Not going, I'll go for the chronic total occlusion. That means real total occlusion, because not all total occlusion are in total occluded. We have functional occlusion sometimes, and you should try in that situation if you have, because not all that occlusion are idea that could be some micro channel there already. I think you should go with the expert idea that hydrophilic wire and some micro channel easy without using other wire. So it depends on the anatomy, depends on the characteristic of.
Even if it is a long lesion like RCA proximal, if it's a long with the distal bifurcation, you can is visible. The long lesion, do you prefer Gaia from the very beginning?
Actually, I will go from both sides. If I'll have bifurcation, I'll try to put a wire also retrograde in order to guide me where to go, because otherwise we will dissect. We will go out of the vessel and we'll be in trouble. I mean, we should leave. The best thing is to place a wire retrogradely, if possible, and then try to
integrately. Yeah.
Excellent.
So you have to prepare for retrograde also.
Exactly.
But anyhow, about 70% of the chronic total occlusion, even if it is years together, chronic, it is seen that there is some microchannel. So if it is lesion is 20 millimeter or more than 20 millimeter, distal vessel is not visualized well, faintly visible. I think polymer jacket, someone choose polymer jacket as go blindly.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful discussion. May I now request Dr. Kaisen Nasrullah Khan for